I grabbed both bald pipes with my bare hands. What's up, YouTube? Saturday night in the ATL. We're about to take a ride from up here in Buckhead back through Midtown, even to downtown, on the world famous Peachtree Road, also known as Peachtree Street, at least once we get back towards the city. So how you's doing? I've had an interesting week, as those of you who watch my videos noticed. Good old Georgia State Patrol. They were blowing their gasket about some dude that apparently was running from them and got away on a bike that they claim looks like mine. Of course, I could prove I had been in my own office for 6 hours before they came over and started trying to harass me. Sucks that I had to actually prove I was innocent before they would let me go to lunch. And for those of you who haven't watched the video, here's a link to it, but I'll give you the rundown of what happened. I walked out of my office and there's a Georgia State Patrol officer has his car blocking my bike, and he's just standing right outside the door to the office building. So I come out and I'm like, my first thought is, uh-oh, is there something going on? Do I need to go inside so I'm not in the line of fire of the shootout of whoever you guys are chasing or something? And I ask him, I'm like, hey, is there something I need to be aware of? Do I need to go back inside? And he doesn't answer me. He immediately demands, is that your bike? And I'm like, yeah. At this point, I'm wondering what the hell his problem is. So I'm like, yeah, but it's been there since 7 a.m. this morning when I got to the office. And to show him this, I go over and I grab both bald pipes with my bare hands and say, look, there's no way I could do this if this bike had been running anytime recently. And he's like, oh, that don't matter, it's a hot day. I'm like, are you serious? Even if it was 110 degrees, I could grab those pipes with my bare hands only if the bike had not been running, or had not been running for at least 20-30 minutes. Ah, damn, everybody just wants to stop. But anyway, he's not convinced with that, and he demands my ID. And in the meantime, 5 more police cars show up. It might have been 6. I know there was 5 Georgia State Patrol. And then, yeah, I guess there were 6. There was also 1 Gwinnett County. It looked like a pickup truck. I don't know what the fuck. But, they had all pulled into the parking lot. There was no way I could leave, or anybody else could leave for that matter. They didn't have their sirens or their lights going, but they had pulled in there because apparently they thought they had found that bike they were chasing. Yeah. And so they decided to fuck with me over it. Like this guy's trying to fuck with me, keep me from getting over. Sorry about your penis, dude. Anyway, these other state patrols show up, and they're still kind of bugging me, and I'm telling them, hey dude, I have not been outside, that bike has not run, you have the wrong person. And I'm demonstrating this to them in several different ways. But one dude takes my license and goes inside and starts asking everybody I work with, does he really work here? You know, like he's going to go in and they're going to go, oh, well, no, that guy, we don't know who the hell he was. He just was coming out of our office. And this one cop, who's obviously a little amped up from the chase, is all bent out of shape and starts telling me I need to calm down when I start telling him that it's bullshit, that they're harassing me. And yeah, so this cop's like, you need to calm down while we're in our investigation, putting his hand on his gun. Like, you know, because he didn't get a chance to be Billy Badass and beat up somebody they were chasing. So he was just like, I'll find somebody to beat up. I'll find some excuse to be a Mr. Badass and asshole physical confrontation style cop. He was just being a dick, even more of a dick than the first guy. And I was telling him I don't appreciate them, you know, coming and harassing me, taking up 15 minutes of my lunch break that I only get 30 minutes anyway. And what? This dude just... Anyway, if these drivers would stop interrupting my story. This is when the guy, I say, hey man, I don't appreciate you guys doing this to me, and the whole complex thinks I'm a criminal now. I got all this whole herd of cops over after the motorcycle. They all know I ride a motorcycle because they see it going in and out of the parking lot every day. And nobody looks. And he's like, well, you're not in handcuffs. You know, like that's, you know, like something I should be, super happy for. Oh my God, wow, really? I won the lottery. I'm not in handcuffs. You know? What the hell is wrong with this guy? Put down the crack pipe. Yeah, that's my Georgia State Patrol. Then he finally looks at me and goes, well, you're free to leave. I'm like, how am I getting out of the parking lot? There's 5 cop cars in the way. You know, part of me is angry at the whole situation and them doing it, but a lot of me is angry at myself for not asserting my rights when the first guy demanded to show my ID. You know, and then, you know, wouldn't even go over and feel the pipes that I had my hands on to prove that I had not been out on the road, much less in a chase. Jesus Christ, man. The RPMs would be going so high, those pipes would be so hot, they'd still be smoking. The engine would still be ticking. I mean, come on, man. I know they don't like to have cops with too high of an IQ because they're afraid they'll get bored and move on to another career, but damn, do you have to grab the bottom of the barrel every time? But I left, and then as I was leaving, 3 cop cars still sitting in the parking lot. You know, they had moved out of the way enough where I could actually leave, but they were still sitting there in the parking lot. And come on, van, stay over there, taxi. And as I'm headed back out, another Georgia State Patrol is heading that general direction, and just turns around and starts following me. Of course, while he's doing that, I catch up to 2 more State Patrol that were sitting at the light getting ready to turn left. When they saw me come up and turn right, they all decide, nope, we're going to get over and follow this guy again. So now I've got 3 State Patrols following me to lunch. About halfway to lunch, they finally peeled off, and I guess they finally figured out and verified that I wasn't the dude. Maybe they could tell by my attitude when they were harassing me the first time that the second time was going to bring a lawsuit. And then they figured out I was that guy. I'm like, oh wait, run that tag? Oh yeah, that's the one they've already been fucking with. He's already pissed off. Don't want to get sued. But yeah, I mean, I know I have another video that tells this story and everything and all. I wanted to fill in some of the gaps because unfortunately I didn't turn the camera on as soon as I walked out and he started demanding I take off my helmet. And I was just too flabbergasted by the whole thing to think about recording. But, you know, I'm pissed off at myself for that too. But, you know, let me know what you guys would have done in this situation, or if you got any questions about it or something, you know, feel free to ask. I'll fill you in, you know. But what would you guys do if you tried to go to lunch one day and you walk outside of your office and suddenly there's a bunch of cops around you demanding your ID and everything just because they think you have a bike similar to one that they were chasing? I mean, every time they chase a blue car, do they go hassle everybody in a blue car? You know? Or they just reserve that kind of shit for motorcycles? What are you doing, dude? Finish pulling up. So let me know down in the comments, you know, what you guys would have done differently, what I should have done. You know, give me some tips. Are you as angry at me for not standing up for my rights as I am at myself? For bowing to the police state? God damn it, dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? The only problem with living in a city that has a lot of things to do is people come in from all over and they're all lost. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And so they decide, well, we'll just drive 3 miles an hour then. We'll figure it out on the way. Seriously, man. And here's another one. Yeah, that's alright, dude. Dumbasses. Seriously, dude, stop fucking letting everybody in front of you, you fucking dumbass. All my vlogs seem to devolve into me bitching about traffic. It's just because I end up in some shitty traffic all the fucking time. You stay over there in your lane, Camaro. Hey, you see those white stripes up there? Those are called crosswalks. Since if you're not going to pull up, I should. Trying to take a left onto Peachtree. Guess he has never heard of taking a right and going around the block. Oh my God, you're seriously gonna go just fast enough? Outlanders. The Outlanders have landed. Yeah, I saw you thinking about dumping over here. Fox Theater. Midtown's hopping a little bit. Kind of mellow for a Saturday night, but you know, school's back in town, so maybe a lot of people aren't. Or school's back in session, I should say, not back in town. Everybody thinks motovlogging is easy. Yeah, you just ride around and talk shit. But, you know, you also have to try not to die. And it's hard to keep a focus on a monologue when you're just focusing on trying not to die. See, we got North Carolina to the left, Muskogee County, Georgia to the right, which might as well be Alabama. Don't know who's up here in front of the taxi. You never can tell with the taxis whether they're going to go or not. If they got a fare they get called to, they'll go a little bit. But I think generally they ride around and try to make traffic so bad that you'll decide, fuck it, and call a cab. Seriously, North Carolina. I know they pave the roads up there where you live. So like you pretend like you're driving on pavement for a moment. You know what? I'm tired of you fuckers. Alright, that was Midtown. Now we're crossing into downtown. So when people talk about downtown Atlanta, this is where downtown is. People make fun of me for telling them, hey, the Varsity, that's not downtown, it's in Midtown. They're like, it's all downtown to me. But no, this is actually downtown. Which means there's going to be a lot of tourists. Alright, people. What the fuck, man? Why are you stopping in the road? It doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense at all. The way you be driving. It's just crazy. He's having a good time. Why are we all still stopped? That's because they can't figure out what they're doing. It's important that we close off a lane of downtown on a Saturday night. What could go wrong? We have more motorcycles. How can you be from Early County and drive like you're always going to be late? Good God, man. Just couldn't take it anymore. Just could not take it. Yeah, man, there's a crosswalk fucking 10 feet from you, dumbass. Oh yeah, now we've crossed from downtown to the south side. Shit around here gets stupid real quick. So I think I am going to escape this area before shit gets real stupid real quick. Alright, YouTube, thanks for riding along. And make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe, and share my channel around, let people know about Tommy Two Wheels. And oh, by the way, I heard a rumor that I got some stickers coming. Oh shit, Tommy's getting stickers? He don't have enough subs to have stickers? I know. That's why I'm not selling them. I'll be giving them away to certain people who do certain sexual just favors. Not sexual favors, just favors. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna head back to the house, swap out some batteries, and go on a ride with my lovely wife. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace! Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cops accosting me as soon as I walk out the door of my office.